Good evening. Bob Burgis here with the Bird's Eye View. Counting the days until I get to eat again. I just finished day 15 of my 30-day fast, minimum 30. At least that's my intention. And it was Father's Day, so there was a lot of good things to say about Father's Day. I led music, played the piano in a church today, First Fate Baptist Church, and led off with a song that I had written 25 years ago because I didn't find many father's songs, and so I wrote a song that has two words in it called "Yay Dad," and it's just a novelty little thing. But anyway, we did that. My kids were there. Two of my sons were there to be with me, and so that was a good thing. That was a good thing. Now, after yesterday's difficult day, I had some continued problems today. Although I was feeling okay, I still would get dizzy pretty easily, just on any kind of movement or anything. So there was a little dizziness that I was walking around, off and on with. And then when we went to lunch afterwards, where I, simply smelled their food, it helps to satiate that when I, can breathe in deeply the smell of food. During that lunch, drinking some tea, and I started doing the same thing I did yesterday in terms of just feeling like I was going to throw up. I was nauseous, and I began to heave a little bit. I don't think the kids noticed at all, but I got up and went to the restroom and actually threw up just a tad. And that is on an empty stomach. There was just maybe a little liquid, but nothing big, and it made me feel better. But I don't know exactly what's going on there. I started feeling nauseous again during the day. So one of the things I'm dealing with is that over the last couple of days. That's after I got, I think, too hot and expended too much energy on Saturday. So that's the status that I'm in. Just to give you my numbers, 290.6, still trying to break the 290 mark. Let that odometer turn, and I lost 0.7 pounds in a day. So I hope that I'm below 290 when I weigh in the morning. Lost a total 27.2 pounds, and my average daily loss has been 1.94. So it's a little bit slacked off from the 2.5, but that's to be expected as time goes along. As the fast goes along, you begin to lose less per day. So that's the numbers, 29.6. I did take my blood pressure a while ago. I'm still running high on the top, 147/78. But my blood sugar came back down to under the normal level, to 96, which is under 100, and under 100 is normal. So hopefully I'm making some good moves in that direction. I wanted to just, after I update you here, after the update, I wanted to give you just a little introspection on my experience yesterday. One thing I noticed about myself, how incredibly hypocritical I can be. I'm sitting there at the trade day. It's like a flea market kind of thing, sitting at a booth that's selling popcorn, and I'm noticing there's just a lot of overweight people in this world, particularly at trade days. I don't know, people come through that can't hardly walk. Many of them in these mechanical strollers to get around, little scooters, and some of them are way beyond where I was, just huge, and so it's. And I noticed my mind thinking, like, what's wrong with you? Why don't you do something about that? I'm in the middle of, I'm fasting to get better, and at least you could probably do something. How ridiculous is for me to sit there in my mind and judge other people for being overweight? I know the struggle. I know the struggle of eating right and doing the right thing. And I know how easily it is to put on weight and just get out of control. And at some point even give up. I've been there very close to that. But my mind, for some reason, my mind is so deceptive that I sit there and I judge people that are at least similar to the condition that I've been in for years. Shouldn't I be empathetic? Shouldn't I be understanding of their predicament? But my mind was just looking at them and feeling some, disgust that they're not doing anything about it. And I hate that about me. I hate that about me. How easily it is for me to become judgmental over something that I just recently was in that condition myself. And still am to a great extent. I still have a lot of weight to lose. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's where the Bible talks about the heart of man being so deceptive, and that's what it does. It lies to me. It tells me to think one way when I know the truth is something else. So pray for me in my attitude about things. I'm still trying to get through this 30 days, and I was very, very tempted yesterday and even a little bit today because of the nausea feelings to get a little something to eat, just a little bite. Maybe that would settle that down. But no, I'm going to stick through it unless there is a real health problem that I can tell. But right now, I think I'm just going through some changes, and even maybe the feelings that I have is even removing some toxicity in my body. I don't know. But I am not going to sell popcorn again while this fast is going on, and I am basically going to stay cool and expend little energy, as little as possible, just so I can make sure I get through this thing and see how low I can go. So that's my report, and if you don't like it, that's the way it is. And what did Walter Cronkite used to say? That's the way it is. Something. That is the way it is. Happy Father's Day to all those that are fathers, and all those that aren't. Still hope you had a happy Father's Day. And I'll be on letting you know about day 16 tomorrow.